Hello, everybody. God's Merchant here, shining light, bringing hope and inspiration. I know I haven't been on here for a little while. I've been a little busy. Things happened. I've been making videos. I've got quite a few of them made. I haven't put them on yet because, like I said before, I put them on as God inspires me to put them on. I've had a lot of things taken care of, but I've had a lot of ideas. In my real life, what I do every day, my daily job is I'm an auto body man. I own my own collision center, and I repair wrecked vehicles and do custom work, paint and doing custom paints and stuff like that. So I have started videoing my work, which I should have done a long time ago so I'd have a bunch of videos stored up, and I don't. So I'm going to be putting on here some videos of showing people and teaching you also how to do auto body repair. I'll be teaching you how to mix paints. I'll be teaching you how to mix fillers, how to apply it. I'll be teaching little simple tricks of the trade. And I think that'll be interesting and very good. You know, I can teach you how to restore headlights and it'll last and that'll work. I can teach people how to do headliners and do custom headliners and custom upholstery and just a lot of simple things that are that actually you could actually use in your real life to make extra money, you know, to do extra things, just to have extra curricular activities and hobbies. You may be working on a project at home. You may have a car you want to restore. You know, it costs a lot of money to go to school and learn how to do body work. I've hired people that do that. And trust me, they get out of school after going for a year and they've just thrown their money away. So most people, it has to be a natural talent, and others, it takes a while to get the talent. And if you don't have the abilities, it's not real easy. And anyway, that was one of my ideas. And I may be throwing on here, you know, I'm a pretty good cook and I got a lot of recipes. So I was thinking, you know, I may throw some recipes on here for you guys, you know, just simple things, a lot of different stuff. The videos for the visuals are going to take me a little while because I still haven't got the clipping and stuff and putting all that together. I have to fast forward because, you know, a 5-hour job, I've got to learn to put it on a video for you guys and girls or whoever is listening to this to where I can teach you within a short time. So in the near future, that's going to be coming in. But today, I got some videos I want to put on here in the near future. But today, I've got a legitimate gripe. I love talking about politics. So today is going to be political and what's going on in the world, because that's one of the things I definitely would like to discuss on here in the future too. As far as that goes, I have listened to people looking at videos and what's on TV about Doge and all the leftists going nuts over this. And this is common sense. I do not understand. I just don't understand people that are against this, against finding out the corruption in our government that we've all wanted to know, we've all been concerned about for decades, as long as I've been alive, at least. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse. I mean, we're trillions in debt and they keep throwing away trillions of dollars. And if they got this stuff fixed, they're talking about, oh, Trump's going to get rid of Social Security. He's going to get rid of Medicare. No, he has no intentions of that. I can pretty sure guarantee that because he's pretty transparent. For the first time in my lifetime, everything's getting transparent. We can actually see, but I've known about the corruption. It's obvious. And I'm sure if you got common sense in this country or in the world, you know it. But all these people complaining about that are the people that are getting funds from it. And the other regular people that are not, I just don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't get it how they're complaining and griping about it. I think it's just because they got Trump derangement syndrome. Of course, I'm wearing my Make America Great Again hat. Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm not ashamed of it. I always have been, because God showed me about Trump before he ran. And I mean, way before he ran. I knew he was going to run for office before he even announced it because I believe God showed me. I just got a download on that. And that was pretty a cool download. I don't have enough time today to go into that, but I will. I've got to go into that with you guys. but but one thing I do say is this Doge thing is a blessing for our country, and it's going to work out fine. All these fat, thick, conundrum government suckers that they suck our government dry from our government officials, most of them's going to be gone, hopefully, and that'll be a good thing Because if you kind of just think about it, if they can get our Social Security where illegal immigrants are getting, call them alien immigrants, whatever, they're getting our funds. I can't believe that they're getting thousands of dollars a month and they come over here and their food stamps they're getting too. That's ridiculous. I know I've been to the store. I know people that work in the stores here and they can't even figure it out how some of them come in. One lady that was working at the store said that one came in there and had $13,000 on her Social Security food stamp card. That's crazy because they saved it up. They get so much a month. And it's just nuts. I can't get it and I can't get food stamps. And I don't know my kids and none of us can because we have a job. And then I know people that don't have a job and they get very little, in their disability. But that's my gripe about that. But the other gripe I've got is especially big, and that is the Zelensky thing. I watched that. If anybody watched that on TV, I'm so proud of our president. I'm so proud of Vice President too. I'm proud of them because finally we have a leader that's in the White House who is standing up for our rights, us. And it's common sense. I can't believe people are complaining about it and they're trying to go against Trump on this because of the way he acted. Because if you watch the whole 45-minute interview, how much it is, they show 10 minutes on TV. But if you watch that whole 45-minute interview, Trump was very polite to him, invited him in. He never even thanked America for it. What it is common sense. Zelensky reminds me of a Napoleon. He's got little man syndrome, and he was given power, just like Trump said in there. He said, "You've been given power. You've been given too much power," because he was an actor before he became president. You know what he was an actor doing? Playing a president. Go figure. You can't even write this stuff. Really, we're living in a comical world. Anyway, he comes over to the White House, and when he gets here, I just have a hard time believing that first thing he did was no peace deal. No peace deal. You know why he don't want a peace deal? Because he knows that his career is over. I mean, he's got I think they said a 6 or 16% poll rating in his country. They know he's out. If this war's over, first of all, he's gone. And second of all, there's a lot of corruption because Ukraine, now I do support Ukraine because I know that their people are dying. Just like Trump said, you can't have people dying like that. It's crazy. But you got a president who doesn't want a peace deal. And he doesn't want a peace deal because I sit and heard it out of his own mouth. And the way he treated President Trump, he thought he was going to trump the master. You can't trump Trump. And I love the fact that J.D. Vance stepped in the way he did and took a presidential role as a vice president. And he's very good at speaking, and he's good with the media. But another thing about Pence is when he became vice president, and you don't know how we've never had a vice president ever in history that we knew anything about, really. They always pick somebody where you don't really know them and don't know much about them. The only one, even Bush, when he was vice president for Reagan, we didn't know much about him. He was the head of CIA. I mean, and he was I'd say not a good person. But the presidents have been chosen ahead of time. And when they go to college, they're in these fraternities and they're in these societies and secret societies, even Bill Clinton, all of them, when they go to these colleges, and it's chosen you'll be one this year, you'll be one next time. And they all have the same agenda, whether it's Republican or Democrat, doesn't matter. They have the same agenda. Now we know this. But Vice President that we got now, Vance, the good thing about him is if you want to know something about him, he's a young man, which is good. He's 40 years old or something like that. But go watch his movie, that he's got out. He wrote that before he was in office. He wasn't even a congressman or a senator then. And there was an open seat, and he ran for that open seat and got it. But if you want to know about his character, just go watch the movie. Hillbilly Elegy. I never watched it until I heard about him, and when he was running, I knew he was a senator, but when he ran for vice president, I went and watched it. And I was shocked, and I got it. I got it. It's like God showed me that he wants everybody to know about the character of this guy. Well, if you want to know about his character, go watch that, because he took the open seat and became a senator. And then when he became a senator, Trump picked him, and he's our vice president. Got a feeling that's a lot of the reason why Trump picked him. So everybody that could watch that, he knew he had a good character, and he knew he was a good spokesman. And he was ex-military too. And not only that, he was courageous, bright, smart, and he was already wealthy because he owned his own business, and he made a lot of money off the movie and the book. So, he's not corrupt. He hasn't been corrupted yet by Washington. But go watch that movie if you haven't seen it, and I'll give you the character of our vice president, which that helps a lot. But go back to the Zelensky thing. When Zelensky came over here, he thought that he was going to pull one over on Trump because he did on Biden. And of course, Biden and the Democrats and the rhinos, they love war. That's all they want. That feeds them. I mean, Zelensky comes over here, and the first thing he tells Trump says, we got $350 billion invested in you guys, and we want it back. And Zelensky, no, we only got 72. Trump looks at him, yeah, he says, oh, we're getting to the bottom of that. We're going to check that. Of course we are. Zelensky insists that he only got 72 billion or something like that. That's because of the corruption. And a lot of it goes in his pocket and all of their people over there, their politicians. It doesn't go into the people, it goes into their politicians. Zelensky is a dictator, period. He knows, during war, he stops the voting so that he can stay in his presidency. He's got a super, super low polling over there. He knows that the war gets over and there's peace, he's gone. And the corruption will be sought out and be found out. All the corruption that's going on over there. And then another thing is, when he gets there in the White House, he thinks that he's going to come in there and do this and then leave out of there. Because right before he went in the meeting, he went and visited with our Democrat senators and a few of the rhinos. Why would they go visit have a meeting with him before he sees Trump? Because they told him, I'm sure, they said, oh, when you go in there, don't worry. When you get out of there, he wasn't going to make that deal. He was going to make Trump look bad. When he got out of there, he's going to try to make Trump look bad and run to the media and then run back to the European globalists and make Trump look bad. He came in there determined, I guarantee you he did, that he wasn't going to make this deal. And he had an attitude as soon as he got there, and he thought that he was going to pull one over on the United States. But you can't Trump. You think Trump didn't know he went and visited with them senators? He knew that. Trump had the media waiting on him for us to see. He wanted us all to see what's going to happen there. That's the first time in history that's ever happened. And that was awesome. That was awesome. We got to see firsthand how the politics works behind the scene with Trump. And he had Vance there, and he had the rest of his cabinet there. They all get in, and he had the media there. And then Zelensky made a fool of himself. He made himself look like a dictator, first of all, and he made himself look like an angry child that was getting his allowance taken away. That's exactly what he acted like. You're taking my allowance. Yeah. And Trump put him in his place, and so did Vance, and they did it perfectly. They did it with strength. And then what does Zelensky do as soon as he gets out of there? He leaves and runs back over to the globalists, and they're waiting on him, all gathered up, waiting. Oh, it's a surprise meeting. And all the globalists are there, and the leaders, they're all there, there's a picture of them, and there's 20 of them or so, and they're all waiting on him when he gets back. No, this is all planned. This was all pre-planned. They planned on ruining Trump. They had planned on hurting his office, and Trump was he was prepared for it, buddy. Let me tell you, and I'm so thankful because now all of us can see. And then you hear all these people on the left, they're hating on Trump for it and everything. When, buddy, if you're that way and you're thinking that way, there is something wrong with you, because the meeting that they had, Trump offered him or told him, didn't offer him, he wanted the minerals. And the thing about it is America is not going to put boots on the ground over there. We're not going to get in World War III. Trump wants peace, and he knows how to get peace. And how he got it, or he's going to get it, is he offered him our people over there to mine and to work these mines and provide jobs for his people and to help build his country back. But we want the mines and we want the minerals. And you got to understand that when America invests, we've never gone to war for somebody like that we're not an ally with or anything. What it is he knows, just like he told him, that we're going to put people over there. And that's going to be a security for you. Zelensky's like, no, we're not going to do peace. I don't want no peace treaty. I want to win. See, Zelensky wants to win the war because he knows if he wins the war, he'll come out a hero. And he wants World War III. He does. He wants it. The globalists do too. They want World War III because they want to depopulate the earth and they want to run and rule the whole world together. They want to rule this world together. And the first thing Zelensky does is when he leaves here, he goes to King Charles and he goes with all the globalists and starts criticizing, America. And he's afraid what he says because he knows he needs it. And of course, then they got Britain over there saying, one of their parliament leaders saying that they need to put boots on the ground and they need to put people on the ground in Ukraine and that they're going to put jets in the air. I mean, really, they're wanting World War III. Well, World War III is not going to happen while Trump's in office. Because as soon as they started saying that, Zelensky's over here now. He won't apologize to Trump, but he's now knows that they're not going to back in. Nobody's going to back Ukraine without America, especially with Trump in office. We're too powerful. We have a good leader. We're the most powerful force on planet Earth, period. There's nothing that even compares, especially with boots on the ground, with our military forces. But Zelensky, he thinks he's going to pull one over on him, and Trump was ready for it. And he was ready perfectly because they're playing checkers. Trump's playing chess. And what he did was awesome. I watched it and I was just thankful that our president did that. Because if we were to get minerals over there and sign the deal, which Zelensky's going to do whether he likes it or not, he knows that. He's got to. He ain't got no choice because we're powerful now again. America's powerful again. But if we put people over there working, we have an investment. America and the United States will have an investment in his country. And not only will we get our money back, and that will go back to the debt or whatever we do with it, and we got people in there with Doge and all this coming up, that there's going to be a lot of accountability, and it's going to happen. And I understand that they're going to take their slow, sweet time because elections, because so many idiots in this world, in this country, and so many people on the left that they don't care about nothing because they hate Trump so much. Please, if you are on the left, open your eyes and see what's going on in the world, because God is making everybody choose if you're on the right or if you're on the left. And yes, it does include politics. Even in politics, you have the right and the left. You have a Democrat or Republican. If you're independent, which I'm independent, if you're in the middle and you can't make up your mind, well, you get to suffer with the winner or the loser. Well, let me tell you what, right now we're winning. I'm on the right. I always have been. I'm a conservative. I've never been a Republican, but if you call me a MAGA person, a Republican, I'm a MAGA. I have since day one been a MAGA person. Make America great again. It's MAGA. Make America great again. If you're not on that, something's wrong with you. And there's a lot of people that hate America. And they're on the left. And thing is, thankfully, I'm from Texas, and where I'm at in Texas, I don't know anybody like that, but I do know some people that are Democrats and they hate Trump. But they still want to make America great, and they agree with a lot so that he does. They just don't like him. But if we get people over there in Ukraine, and if they're working mines and stuff, Trump knows that there's no country like China or Russia or anybody that's going to go over there and start killing our people. Because that, my friends, would bring America into war with it. And Trump, with the president we got, he's not like Biden and Obama and Bush and all these other presidents that are globalists. No, he's common sense, and he's a great leader, and they know it and they respect him. They know that he would do and take care of business. That they wouldn't do that. They're not going to go in there bombing our people. First of all, he wouldn't be mining and stuff until they get a peace. In other words, he wants a ceasefire. And then when the deal's signed for that, which will be signed, then they will solve this war and he'll go there and start mining. And that's what he was trying to convince Zelensky of. And Zelensky knows this, and he don't want it to happen. But it's going to happen. Anyway, that's just my main gripe. I wanted to make this video sweet and short like I always do. And I thank y'all for tuning in. I do have some more videos I'm going to put up very shortly. I just haven't put them up because I didn't feel it was the right time. And I've got to go back over another video about some of the stuff I talked about and said I was going to finish talking about, and I will be doing that too. Well, thank you guys for all tuning in. Please like and subscribe and understand that what's going on in this world right now, if you're not a Trump supporter and you don't support him, at least understand that what he's doing is very, very smart. I believe that because I have enough common sense to know that, and about what's going on in this world and how things are just balling up for the last days. And that what's happening with Zelensky and all this in Ukraine, it's going to be settled out, and there's going to be peace, and that's going to stop. The war is going to stop, because when Trump ran, God told me there'll be no wars while he's in office, and there wasn't. There wasn't any wars while he's in office, and he's going to have 2 terms. And I thought they were going to be together, but and whenever he started running, I knew they were going to steal the elections, because that's what they've been doing. But when Trump lost, I knew instantly. I didn't even worry about it, because I knew he was going to have a second term, and I could see what had to happen, because we had to have Biden in there. Because let me tell you what, if you ain't woke up after Biden got in office, you ain't probably never going to. Seriously, because you got to quit voting Democrat. The Democrats are ruining this world and this country, and that was their plan from the beginning. And they got the rhinos, a few of them, but we're getting them out of office. Like Mitch McConnell, Mitt Romney, all that. They're warmongers, and they hate Trump because they're on the globalist payroll. That's the problem, is you got a lot of good Republicans in there, but you got a lot of that are bought and paid off. But you got all the Democrats in office being paid off, or on the leftist side, which makes no sense. It makes no sense, but we know that's the way it is, because they stick together like glue. It's like Jesus said that a house divided cannot stand, and that we know that. So they stand together on no matter what. No matter what it is, they stick together. And the Republicans don't. They never have. Well, now we only got a few more rhinos to get out of office, and when you get them out, they'll stick together. And when they stick together like that, pray to God that happens soon. And especially after thankfully they're doing it now, especially in the House. But if they can stick together, especially with Trump in office, and they know he's a winner, and they know that we back him, we the people, we back him. And as long as they do that, we are going to win and keep on winning. And this country will be saved. It will be saved. We will stop all this DEI and this woke stuff, and at least have hope for our children. So that's what I'm shining light on today, and that's where I'm hoping that it can bring some hope, that y'all know that Trump being in office and this happening. If you don't agree with anything Trump does, I don't know what to tell you. Just get some common sense, check out what's going on in the world, look at it all on the bright side and the smart side. Thank you for tuning in, and have a blessed day.